outlet, NW.com. Our website's Infowars.com. Congressman Ron Paul, political activists, freedom defenders, folks like this gentleman, gun shows. We're here defending, lobbying for liberty and freedom, rallying people to support the Constitution and Bill of Rights. That's why it's important to support Infowars.com, visit the online video bookstore, whether you get a ball cap or whether you buy a video. You can get Jesse Ventura's new book that we're now going to start shipping, $5 off, $19.95, and get one of my films free, a $45 value for $19.95, available at Infowars.com. We're carrying a new video, which is an amazing documentary by the folks that brought you America's Secret Beginnings, A Lamp in the Dark, the untold history of the Bible, a lot of key stuff, hidden history. This just went on the shopping cart today. Infowars.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Going back to this gentleman, Brad Martin, I mean, this is like more than Orwellian. It's surreal, like a comedy. The news holding up a gun with a red tip, a little toy plastic machine gun, saying, oh, my gosh, it's so scary. And an ATF guy will put his picture up there, you know, looking like he's in deep fear over all this. I mean, if they can get toy guns, nothing's safe.
It's sure the truth. You know, I went over to the local coffee shop for a cup this morning, and the police chief from our town was in there, and off the record, not as police chief, but he's 100% behind us on this. And he and I were talking, and he was saying that Americans are afraid of everything, and the government wants to protect us from everything that's even a little bit scary. And basically, that's what's happening here. You know, this creeping totalitarianism of the government wanting to have their fingers and control everything, and it's just got to stop somewhere. I don't know where it stops, but we got to do something about it.
Well, look at this ATF officer. What is his name? Clevin. Throw him back up on screen. Clevin Crenshaw. I mean, he's in what looks like a $2,000 suit, taxpayer paid for.
That's a beautiful suit he's wearing. I got to say that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a stunt for him, a stunt from the ATF. Guaranteed Obama's pushing this. And he's here trampling on your right to commerce. They've now got $50,000 of your toy guns, and they just think you're not even human. I mean, doing this to you, it's like you don't even exist.
That's so true. You know, it's like, since when is it a crime against a vendor who brings in a legal product and somebody somewhere, some wacko decides that he's going to convert that legal product into something illegal? Why does that make it the vendor's crime that he's brought in a legal product? And that's
but by the way, I own some of these. I mean, it converts something that's air-powered and doesn't even have the mechanism to, you know, put in a cartridge that has powder that projects it. I mean, this is asinine. I mean, sure, if you went to a top machinist, maybe they could build something that would chamber around, but then this is tin metal, it would blow up.
Well, that's our point too. And if a guy wanted an AR-15 or an M4, he could go to his local gun store and pay $1,000 and get a dependable platform instead of going to an airsoft store and paying probably around $500 for this product, spending all kinds of time and energy trying to convert this into a gun that's going to blow up into his face. It's totally illogical.
Do you agree with me, though, that they've been trying to kill the gun culture and that airsoft is literally one of the, and I noticed this years ago, one of the key things getting people into the gun culture?
I think you're right. I think they're scared of an armed electorate is what they're scared of.
I tell you what, I know you've got to go, but we're going to break for 1 minute. Let's do 5 more so we can talk about this creeping totalitarianism with you. Then it's open phones and news blitz for the rest of the final hour. So, the ATF, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Explosives, just shows up in Cornelius, Oregon. Well, they didn't even show up. They just seized the stuff coming into the country, toy plastic guns that shoot plastic BBs, not even BB guns, and said, this could be a real machine gun. It's quite easy to convert. Absolutely made up. It's a air-powered plastic pellet system. Anybody that knows about guns and knows about BB guns or air guns, this is an asinine joke. But this is the domestication of the population. You know, they ban people in England defending themselves in their own home with a baseball bat or with a butcher knife. The government has passed a law in Oklahoma where you can't put burglar bars in your house so the criminals and the government can come in. This is not creeping tyranny and totalitarianism. It's galloping totalitarianism. What type of feedback have you gotten from other locals, not just the police chief, about this?
The support for us has been incredible. Just to give you a quick rundown, 3 of the local television affiliates have come out and done, or one is pending, but three television networks are doing reports in shop at our place. Yesterday I spoke with some fellows on the radio in Las Vegas for about 45 minutes. Speaking with you today, speaking with Lars Larson in Portland, and this afternoon, I forget Dory's last name, but
Lars Larson
with KIRO radio up in Seattle is going to have us on this afternoon for another conversation similar to this.
Well, it's
amazing.
Obama's Attorney General, 2 years ago, before he was even in office for the Justice Department, argued there is no civilian right to own any firearms. Obama, as a state senator, was for total ban of guns. They're moving against the Second Amendment on all fronts, but then saying, stop buying record amounts of firearms. We don't want your guns. They're shutting down gun shows illegally. They're grabbing plastic pellet BB guns illegally. I think this guy will actually get promoted, this ATF guy. This is the type of guy they want. But this is a big wake-up call.
Yeah, I've made that comment to several of my friends and customers that this fellow that was on TV the other night is perfect Obama fodder there. You know, I can just see him fitting into the administration just perfectly. Not really educated about the gun, doesn't know how to put a magazine in an M4, but he's standing there with all this pomp and circumstance, condemning us for, the tyranny against the country. It's just, everything is so upside down. It's incredible.
Well, this is a revolution by the collectivists, by the control freaks, and they can't stand it that we're not disarmed.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Well, fire out your website one more time for folks that want to go purchase something to support you. I hope you get your $30,000 back of guns. Now they've grabbed another 20. Go ahead.
Yeah. Our website is www.airsoftoutletnw.com.
And so you had the ATF call them from the east and say you have no jurisdiction, and you said they just don't care. I mean, when you call them, do they respond? You say they won't give you paperwork? I mean, that's even more outrageous. It's like the airports now grab your laptop and won't give it back.
Well, I was mentioning this ATF agent I spoke to a week or so ago who seemed like a really level-headed fella. And he was the one that told me that Customs has my company flagged for all imports now. But also he told me that I would most likely have to file under the Freedom of Information Act in order to try to get their laboratory results. And yeah, I've been reading up on the Freedom of Information Act, and there are something like 9 exemptions that various governmental agencies can claim to withhold reports from you. So I fully expect that upon my petition for freedom of information that they will hide behind one of these exemptions.
Oh yeah, they could go into a 5 and dime and confiscate all their water guns and say it could be easily converted into a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, or you can put acid in those and squirt acid in somebody's face. I mean, anything can be turned into a weapon.
They want us disarmed. They want us disarmed. Thank you for spending time with us, Brad Martin. We're standing behind you in the Second Amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.